What's up, everybody? I'm Zanny Cakes, and I'm here with another Path of Diablo video all about the budget Fist of the Heavens Paladin. The Fist of the Heavens Paladin is one of the strongest mappers when you have in-game gear on them. However, when you're first getting started, it can feel pretty sluggish. In this video, I will go over the mechanics of how Fist of the Heavens actually works, go over the stats and skill points as well as gearing options, and show you how to get from point A to point B so you can start running those 1,000 density maps without even having to try. If you find the video helpful, please give me a like and subscribe. I'd really appreciate it. I'd like to hear in the comments below what your favorite maps are to run on your Fist of the Heavens Paladin. And with that, let's get into the build. I'd like to start off with how Fist of the Heavens actually works and the mechanics behind it. And basically what Fist of the Heavens does is it will call down a lightning strike on one target enemy, which does lightning damage, and it will then shoot a holy bolt in any direction that there is either a monster or an ally. This also includes your paladin. And the holy bolt does holy damage, not lightning damage. The more targets that there are around the primary target that you use Fist of the Heavens on, the more holy bolts will shoot out. That is one of the biggest reasons why Fist of the Heavens Paladins are so good in maps, is because they literally scale with density. The higher density there is, the faster you kill things. Only the primary target takes lightning damage, everything else takes holy damage. So what this means is using Conviction on your Paladin or even on a Mercenary with Infinity is really not all that beneficial to you, as it only increases the damage against one target. Because Fist of the Heavens is a spell and it does magic damage, it is not benefited by facets or minus to enemy resistances. So the only way that you can increase your killing power is by getting plus to skills. It benefits from plus to all skills, plus to paladin skills, and plus to paladin combat skills. Also, if you have a scepter with specifically plus to Fist of the Heavens, that also benefits your damage output. It is not benefited in any way by Leech, Crushing Blow, Deadly Strike, or any of the physical attack damage mods. However, the Holy Bolts will heal you, your Mercenary, or any allies if a Holy Bolt passes through them. Fist of the Heavens benefits from faster cast rate. Your two main breakpoints are either 75% faster cast rate or 125% faster cast rate. With the budget setup, you ideally want to get the 75% faster cast rate breakpoint, but you want to work towards the 125 as soon as you can. For whatever reason, in Path of Diablo, Fist of the Heavens has a very aggressive targeting system. So if there's a Grand Charm on the ground and you try to left click to pick it up, if there is a monster within several yards of that Grand Charm, you will actually just cast Fist of the Heavens as opposed to running over to pick up the Grand Charm. This means when you go to loot things, you either have to kill everything on the screen, or switch to a different skill, or swap your weapons to where you do not have Fist of the Heavens on your left click. Also, if you have Fist of the Heavens as your active left click, you can hold down left click to make your character run, and then hold shift and it will shoot Fist of the Heavens at the closest monster to you. If you're holding shift and there is nothing in your range, it will stop and go through the casting animation, but will not actually cast anything, and it will not spend your mana. You will just stand there looking like you're casting a Fist of the Heavens. One of the best ways I've found around the aggressive targeting when going to loot is I keep a harmony bow on my switch, and when I go to loot something, I simply hit W to switch to the harmony bow, and then loot whatever it is, and then hit W to switch back to my primary caster weapons, and go back to using Fist of the Heavens to kill stuff. Now we know how Fist of the Heavens actually works, let's get into stats and skills. For your stats, you want enough strength to hold your gear. For dexterity, you want enough dexterity to have 75% chance to block with Holy Shield active and no energy. If you prefer to use Holy Bolt to kill single target things like bosses, then you will ultimately want 100 energy with all of your gear on, so you actually shoot 3 Holy Bolts. But if you do not use Holy Bolt in any fashion, then you want base energy. The core talent points that you want to max out Fist of the Heavens, max out Holy Bolt, and max out Holy Shock, as they are synergies for Fist of the Heavens. You want at least 1 point into Holy Shield and at least 1 point into Redemption. Your optional points would be to max out Holy Shield, get a point in Salvation, get a point in Conviction. You can put points into Fire or Lightning Resist Aura, 4 points at a time. Every 4 base points in Resist Lightning will give you +1 to your maximum lightning resist, and this works for any of the 3 elements. However, I find that lightning and fire tend to be the most beneficial. If you like to use Holy Bolt as your single target damager, you will want to max out Sanctuary Aura, as it is a synergy for Holy Bolt. However, the synergy from Sanctuary Aura does not benefit the Holy Bolts that you shoot out from Fist of the Heavens in any way. I personally do not use Holy Bolt as my single target damage killer. I still use Fist of the Heavens, and when I am fighting something single target, I will switch to Sanctuary Aura, as this gives you bonus resistances, but it also increases your elemental damage, meaning that the lightning portion of Fist of the Heavens that only hits your primary target will be increased. You can switch to Conviction Aura, which will also increase the lightning damage portion of your Fist of the Heavens against the primary target, as long as that target actually has lightning resistance. If the target does not have any lightning resistances, you gain 0 benefit from Conviction Aura, as resistances on monsters cannot go negative in Path of Diablo. The aura that you will have active the majority of the time is Redemption. This aura will take the corpses on the ground and convert them into life and mana, so it acts as a rejuvenation potion every few seconds as long as you are killing things. There is no real benefit in putting more than 1 point into Redemption. Extra points only increase the chance that you will convert the corpse into life and mana, and slightly increases the amount of life and mana you get per corpse. It usually only takes a few corpses to top you off, so when there's 15 or 20 corpses on the ground and Redemption goes off, it will overheal you, so getting the extra points just is not worth it. Everything in this video that you see me run is with the following gear setup, and I have 0 combat skiller charms, I have no torch, and no annihilus. My entire charm setup is filled with random plus to life or resistances charms, as well as a few magic find charms. For my helmet, I am using the Lore Rune Word, which is Ort Soul in a 2-socketed helmet. It gives you +1 to skills and some lightning resistance. Ideally, you want Shaco or a 2 to Paladin skills, 20 faster cast rate circlet, but anything with plus skills is good. I'm using a Hand of Blessed Light Scepter. It gives you +2 to all Paladin skills, as well as has +2 to Fist of the Heavens, and it also gives you some mana regeneration, which is helpful. I'm using a Spirit Shield. The best base for this shield would be a Sacred Targe, as it has the highest base chance to block, and you want to get as close to 45 resistances as possible. However, any Paladin shield with resistances will do fine until you can get that 45 res Sacred Targe. If you join global chat, you will regularly see people offering 4 open-socketed Paladin shields with decent resistances on them for free, but you ultimately want to get a Sacred Targe with $45 resistances on it. I'm using Skins of the Viper Magi as my chest piece. These ones are a 22 to all resistances roll, which is very low. people give away low resistances or corrupted no change skins of the Viper Magi fairly regularly as well. But any armor that adds plus to skills is good. Ideally, having resistances or faster cast rate on there as well is very helpful. Your end game goal is to get Enigma or Chains of Honor. I personally prefer Enigma for the move speed and magic find, and it's fairly easy to get resistances on a paladin because they can have such huge resistance bonuses on their shield. Another good option for a chest piece would be a Guardian Angel Templar coat. It gives you plus to skills, plus to maximum resistances, and then it also gives you a better chance to block, meaning you need even less dexterity to have max block rate, and those points can be spent in vitality. I'm using Mage Fist gloves for the faster cast rate. They also give mana regeneration. However, Trangul's gloves are also good. They give faster cast rate and cold resistance. The boot slot is very open. I'm personally using Silk Weaves for the mana per kill, faster run walk, and maximum mana. However, Alder's boots are a very good choice as it gives you 40% faster run walk, some life, and then gives you fire resistance, which you do not get on the runeward part of your spirit shield. Crafted caster boots are also a very good option. The belt slot is also very flexible. I am using a crafted caster belt that has 10% faster cast rate with some resistances on it. Any rare belt with resistances or stats or faster hit recovery is a good option. You can use Verdungos for more health and physical damage reduction, and your best belt that you can get is Arachnid Mesh. In my ring slots, I have a CNC Ravenfrost for the Cannot Be Frozen and Dexterity, and then a Dwarf Star for the bonus to life and Fire Absorb. Other good ring options would be a faster cast rate ring, anything with magic find on it, or anything with stats and resistances. However, your end game goal would be either Stone of Jordan rings or Bolcathos. You do not want a Wisp projector on a Fist of the Heavens Paladin as it does not benefit magic damage. It will benefit your single target lightning damage, however you gain overall much more damage output from using a second Bolcathos or Stone of Jordan. I'm using a +3 to Paladin combat skills blue amulet. You can find these all day long for 1 Orb of Corruption on the trade site, but anything with plus to skills will be good. Your endgame options would either be a +3 blue amulet with a +1 to all skills corruption on it, a Mara's Kaleidoscope with a +1 to skills corruption on it, or even a Seraph's Hymn amulet with a +1 to all skills corruption on it. As a final note, when it comes to gearing, for sockets, you want to use anything that adds to resistances, like runes or all resistance jewels. Other good options, if you can afford them, it would be a Cham rune for Cannot Be Frozen. That way you do not have to use a Ravenfrost. Vex runes or low runes for either max fire resistance or max lightning resistance. Or bear runes for increased physical damage reduction by 8%. And if you don't need those at all, then slap a topaz or an ist rune in there for some magic find. Shale runes are also good options for faster hit recovery. However, you hit your 5-frame breakpoint just by using Spirit Shield. The next faster hit recovery breakpoint is at 86. For your mercenary, you can run either an Act 2 Defiance mercenary with an Insight, Treachery, and a Tal's Mask on it, or you can run an Act 1 mercenary with a Harmony, Treachery, and Tal's Mask on it for the Vigor aura. However, in later game and higher density maps with rough mods on them, the Fist of the Heavens Paladin has one of the hardest times out of all of the builds to keep your mercenary alive, but you really don't need one. The auras do not benefit your kill speed in any way. You do not need them for mana regeneration with Insight or Conviction aura with Infinity. But good endgame mercenary options would be either an Act 2 defensive mercenary with a Doom weapon, or an Act 3 offensive mercenary for the meditation aura that uses a plague weapon to give you cleansing aura. The best places that you can farm early on would be either pits, chaos sanctuary, or cows, but this build is completely viable in lower end maps with fairly reasonable mods on them. I'm personally a really big fan of icy caverns. However, since you do magic damage, the only map that you have magic immunes on would be Burnt Forest. So there will be nothing immune to your Fist of the Heavens in any map at all besides Burnt Forest. I would recommend sticking to the Pits, Chaos Sanctuary, and Icy Caverns maps until you start getting some better gear and more plus to skills. And one of the first areas that I would suggest investing your resources into would be getting Paladin combat skills charms, a torch, and an Annihilus. Once you have a inventory full of charms, max resistances, max block, and 125 faster cast rate, you will be able to blow through all maps without any problems, including Burnt Forest. The only monster in there that is actually immune to magic is the Guardians that look like Radamant, and they will die to the lightning portion of your Fist of the Heavens, or you can simply skip them as they don't spawn as frequently as the rest of the monsters in that map. I hope this video helps you out with your Fist of the Heavens Paladin. It is one of my favorite builds in Path of Diablo simply because I like Fist of the Heavens and it is not viable at all in the vanilla Diablo 2. And at endgame, it is firmly in the top 5 best mappers to build, which is a good thing to keep in mind if you are a little bit under-geared and struggling with some of the endgame content. Please like and subscribe, leave me a comment down below, and as always, good luck, have fun, and I hope to see you out there.